Before this video begins, I'd like to give a special thanks to the people on screen for supporting me on Patreon. Hey everybody, it's Thunder here, and welcome to a bit of a video that I probably should have been a little bit earlier to do, but, well, of course, me being a bit of a procrastinator kind of guy as of late, I've ended up doing this a little bit later than I expected. But welcome to the year-end recap, where I'm a bit overdue in doing one of these, because I didn't do one for 2017, but I am going to do one for 2018, because, you know, there's quite some stuff I want to talk about and everything. I'm not on a script, so this is just going to be live and me just kind of shooting the shit, so I'm just going to try and do what I can, and if I stumble a bit, then I apologize. It's just, you know, it's just one of those things where it's just, you know, it sometimes takes a little bit for the words to come out and everything, so there's always that sort of ordeal. But yeah, 2018 I'm gonna be brutally honest about it. It's not been one of my best years. In fact, if anything, I think it's been my worst year. Not just in terms of YouTube, but also just in terms of mentally. I've just been kind of shooting myself further down the waist, and it's been rather rough. So, you know, just it's one of those things where it's just what should have been a better experience did not turn out to be that. In fact, it was really anything but that. So, and I'm not very happy with that, to be honest, because I don't think that it makes for good content, and I think a lot of you guys have deserved better from me through 2018, and I just didn't deliver. And especially when it comes to the front of video content, because I think I personally really dropped the ball. And it's not just a YouTube thing, it's also like a personal thing as well. This year mentally was not good for me, because I just did not live up to expectations, especially considering I now am out on my own. Well, sort of. And I thought maybe this would be better for me, because it'd help me push some more stuff out, and I get more in the hang of doing things and being really happy to do all that kind of stuff and whatnot. But that only seemed to be true for the first few months. Then I moved again with the same two people that I'm sharing a place with, and to say the relationship between them has not particularly been very good. I admit I'm a bit of a difficult person to deal with, and, you know, I probably put a lot of that on myself, but at the same time, they've not been very good to me, and there's just been a lot of stuff that's kind of been going on and stuff, and, you know, butting heads and whatnot, and it's made me less interested in really doing anything, because I work best when I'm around by myself and everything, and that's usually a lot of the times because of their reactions to me and how I've been treated here. I'm not going to go too into detail, because that stuff does not really need to be mentioned in this video. There's my streams and other stuff for that, but it's like, if you're in my shoes, you probably understand why I kind of feel this way about towards this sort of thing. But and it's not only just that, it's also just not making a lot of money, because I haven't had a job since I left the original area I was in, where I had my own little basement and everything. This would have been back in summer 2016 to fall of 2017. That period was, I felt okay, because I had my own little basement and everything, minus a bathroom, but that's okay, because it wasn't that big of an issue. My own little area where I could just kind of hang out, just do my computer stuff and videos and whatnot, and kind of feel more confident. And I eventually did obtain a job, because I was lucky enough that the person I was working for knew someone at the local Tim Hortons in that area, knew the people that worked there, so they were able to help get me a job. And, you know, it wasn't really anything special, and the job I don't really look at fondly as being something I enjoy doing. But at the end of the day, it was still a job, so there is that. And ever since then, I haven't been able to find work since, and a lot of it, I think, just comes down to the fact that, you know, I have a lot of anxiety in real life, and I'm not very well physically. Like, I'm physically way out of shape. Like, I gotta lose a lot of weight, and it's just one of those things where it kind of just creates massive roadblocks, and it's definitely not something, again, that I'm very proud of. It's just all the things, like all the issues that I've had with no job, and not having the most amount of money to work with every month, and the relationship with the roommates and whatnot, and all that kind of stuff that's been happening. It's really been eating me up. I've been so stressed and saddened and just really felt like shutting down, I think it has a lot to do with why I haven't been getting as much content out, because I'm at least very thankful for a lot of the things I have, right? Because the one thing that really was good for me this year, admittedly in 2018, was streaming. Streaming has been excellent for me, and it's been one of the few things I've really been able to enjoy doing, and I've met a lot of really cool people from that sort of thing. A lot of people who are now regulars at my public HGCentral, and me being able to get to know other streamers, especially like Mr. Arrow HD, probably one of my current favorites, Kuru HS, and a whole bunch of other people that I could mention as well, and some of my buddies being really excellent streamers like Ryno GT4. Hardest working person I know. Go subscribe to him if you haven't. You know, it's one of those things where it's just like, I love to see how they're doing, because guys like Ryno and another really hard working person, again, go subscribe to him, Racer XNFS, or as I often know him as Angel. He works his ass off, Ryno works his ass off, Arrow works his ass off. These guys, amazing streamers, amazing entertainers, really good buddies of mine, and they all deserve really well success. And I've been opening up myself to other stuff too. Like I watch Kuru HS from time to time, I watch Jimmy Broadbent from time to time. There's a whole bunch of new people I'm always learning about and watching and wanting to enjoy and whatnot. And I think a lot of that has just may have been kind of why I don't make as much stuff, because I like to get very distracted with just watching them, because I enjoy seeing what they make, and just the stuff that's been going on in my life has made me not enjoy making my stuff, because I just haven't really had that push because of all the shit that's been going on and everything that's just been kind of building me down and all that sort of ordeal and whatnot. So hopefully during 2019 I can turn the tide at least a little bit around. It might be slow for the first few months, but I think around April or so I am going to be moving yet again. I know I've been moving a lot since I started doing this channel in 2015. This time it's going to be a bit more major. I'm actually planning on moving away from the province of Ontario. I have family that lives out west in Alberta, and they kind of really want to help me out, and you know, they really want to be there to kind of give me a bit of assistance that right now my other parents can't really do right now, and it's no fault of theirs. It's not any of their fault, and I don't blame them for anything of how anything is going for them. It's just unfortunate circumstances that's kind of really put a burden on a lot of things, because there are a lot of things that would have been different about me right now, and what I would have had available to me had certain things not go down the way they did. And again, you can't really predict these kind of things. It's just how life works. So again, I don't put the blame on my dad or my stepmother or anything, because they've always been very good to me, and I really appreciate all the support that they've had for me over the years. But you know, there's potentially some stuff out there in Alberta that I think might be better for me, because Ontario's not in a very good situation right now, and I'm one of thousands of people out here who's just not doing very well. So it's not just me, there's a whole bunch of other people. And right now, Alberta is in a better position right now, and my mom and my stepdad, they probably have more accessibilities to be able to help me with the sort of things that I'm going to need help with. So it's going to be quite a major change, but I think it's the one thing I really need to do. And again, it's going to probably happen around April or so, because that's when the lease of the current place here ends, and when I can leave the place that I've got with these other people without having to have any sort of serious issues. Because if they try to give me any issues, well, they'll be saddened to know that it doesn't really matter when the lease is ended. So, you know, it is what it is. But that's going to come in due time, and hopefully, even hopefully for these first few months, I can at least hope to get some stuff working soon and whatnot. Now, in terms of the videos and stuff that I've gotten out over 2018, I'm going to do like a little bit of a rundown of the stuff that's been kind of happening through 2018 from the start to the end. My buddy LRC, or Aerosmall's co-LP of Spyro the Dragon did get finished this year, which was real nice. I personally quite enjoyed it, and it's kind of a shame that it really didn't get a whole lot of attention, because I think it was something I really enjoyed doing, for sure. In terms of my live streams, the Burnout 3 Takedown stream, which was one of the first ones I did after the move, that was awesome. I fucking loved that stream. That was a hell of a lot of fun. And I did admittedly get a bit carried away, because, you know, part 1 is about 8.5 hours, and part 2 is almost 9.5 hours. But that was just so much fun to do. And it's actually done quite well. It's got about 11,000 views, which is kind of surprising. But, yeah, thank you for everyone if you've watched that, because I really do appreciate that you guys have been able to check that out. Race Driver Grid, I am so glad that I got this game finished. because I put it off for so many times, and I'm just glad that it's now done with. It was a great game, and the LP I think was pretty decent too, but man, I really just kept starting it way too many times. And I'm just glad that I finally have finished that game, and I don't need to worry about it anymore. Need for Speedathon, I did from Porsche Unleashed to Hot Pursuit 2, Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street, and Undercover. I stopped after that because I've just been wanting to take a break, because if you do too much of one thing after a long while, you're going to burn yourself out. But yeah, what can I really say about the Need for Speed streams? They've always been as good as they've ever been. You know, what else can you really say about that? I did a Forza Motorsport stream. I did about a couple parts and just didn't really finish it. I actually probably am going to be redoing that LP, because when I did those original parts, they were on an older Xbox, which had a bit of an issue and it's now no longer working. I've gotten the Xbox replaced, but I don't obviously have the old save, so that is probably going to be deleted, and I'm going to just redo it because I think I could do a better job with it anyways. Quiplash stuff and its related games, always entertaining. Highlight Reel was next, and we had episode 10, the big episode, and then we had the best of episodes, the first ones, and then we've gone through about 11 to 15, and I am currently working on episode 16 as we speak whilst I'm making this video. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that one done, because I think it should be pretty entertaining, and that's one that I really like to do, and hopefully over time I can, if the channel continues to grow like it has been, I can make some more of that kind of stuff, because I would really be down to doing more of that and just showing off your content, because I think a lot of it's hilarious. I did finally do Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3. I've been waiting to do that one for a while, and man, I am so glad to be one of the few people on YouTube to have fully 100%ed TXR3. I mean, sure, it was streamed through Twitch, but of course you can watch all the archived parts up there because, you know, that's my kind of thing. And even though I don't exactly archive everything I do on Twitch anymore, the next TXR game that I will LP, which will probably be Drift 2, because I don't really care for the first Drift that much, I'm going to still put that one up on YouTube, because I think you guys deserve to see it, especially if you're not someone who comes to watch my streams because you're not really into that sort of thing. Ryno GT4 actually did an LP on my channel of World Rally Championship. Excellent LP as usual, because, you know, he's a really hard worker. He's really good at what he does, even if he doesn't believe so. And yeah, for my channel's sake, they got some pretty decent views, and if you haven't checked his WRC LP out, I would totally recommend you do so. The real Emile also was doing some videos for at least a little while. He was doing this kind of silly car showdown with Forza Motorsport 7. Did it for a little while, then I guess kind of stopped because he either couldn't really get any more drive of doing so, or just decided maybe it was time to do something else for himself. So that's a bit of a shame, because that was a little interesting thing. Again, wasn't the hugest hits in terms of views, but I still enjoyed watching them at least. I did resume some challenge episodes. I need to do more because I think I only did like a few of them this year. Especially because, I will say this now, I want the challenge series to be one of my biggest things going forward in 2019. Because I believe the challenge series is the best way to kind of broaden my depth and do more stuff. Because I can pretty much do that with the vast majority of games I own. It doesn't just have to be like, you know, Need for Speed or Gran Turismo or Tokyo Xtreme Racer, though of course you're always free to suggest challenges for those games regardless. But I think just doing that kind of gives a bit more variety to the channel for what I do, and that's kind of what I want to aim for. So, you know, just one of the things that, like, don't be surprised come 2019 if you suddenly see a lot more of me doing challenge videos, because those are just the things I really like to do. NASCAR Rumble was really fun. One of my favorite NASCAR games. I do plan to do another NASCAR game on stream soon. I'm thinking of doing Heat 2002 on the original Xbox first. Either that or NASCAR 2000, whether it's the PS1 or the PC version, if I can get the PC version working, of course. That all really just kind of depends. I had a few occasional little videos like the 12 laps of Busters, doing an entire car list of Burnout Dominator, including sounds, which that surprisingly got like 23,000 views. I guess people have a bit of a fond memory of it. Maybe I should do more of those, kind of showing off all the cars with their sounds. I think it would be kind of interesting for people. Just a little bit of a side thing and whatnot. Midnight Club 2. Man, I enjoyed Midnight Club 2, but I am embarrassed at how that second part came out. Because that last racing stuff with, like, what's the guy's name? I can't even remember. But the one with the car that's supposed to be a Celine S7. Those races are so goddamn hard, and I was getting so mad, and I'm not really proud of how that turned out. Still like the game, though, at least. I'm gonna hopefully do Midnight Club 3 soon. I did a little bit of it on stream once, but Apparently, if you put it on an Xbox hard drive, you need to give it a bit of a fix, because otherwise it just crashes out for some weird reason. And thankfully the fix does exist, I just need to actually get around to applying it. So if you like my streams and you come to watch them on twitch.tv/HGCentralYT, stay tuned for that, because Midnight Club 3 should be pretty entertaining, because it's my favorite Midnight Club game in the entire series. Yes, the one time I did a Grand Theft Auto 5 video about timed runs around an Autumn Ring track mod. I really should get back to doing that, because I did it the one time in April and never did it again. Problem is, though, ever since then I've had this really weird graphical glitch that's not present in that video. For whatever reason, I'm going to post a picture of it on screen here. You might notice in the distance there's like this odd yellow piss filter kind of thing that's appearing on the track that it goes away when you drive up to it, but it's just something that's like a background thing, and it's not just limited to that track mod. I've tried like a Monaco track mod and it has the exact same problem. So it's some weird graphical glitch. I might get back around to doing that series soon. So WRC2 Extreme, that's another Ryno LP. Again, go watch that if you haven't. Excellent LP. Stuntman Ignition. Nearly completed that game, then I lost the save, but I was so close to having finished the game anyways that it's just like, whatever. It's not like I'm really missing that much personally. Oh yes, the Forza 4 server in 2018 video was hilarious, because that was a complete clusterfuck of me not being able to connect very well with somebody, and I basically just made the title as a bit of a joke, because really it was probably more of my end, but it led to a hilarious video in terms of how bad that was, and all the lagging and stuff, just absolutely hilarious and whatnot. The Officer Cross shitpost that I was given, that was hilarious. And the Sega GT LP, that I'm going to, of course, have to get back to doing, because I don't want to keep you guys waiting too much longer with that, because my last part was December 6th, so it's been almost a month now. I don't think you guys really need to be kept waiting because of my stupidity, and also not having the desire because of, again, outside reasons. Stream highlights, a little bit of a spin-off from Highlight Reel, but, you know, just my stuff instead, because I don't want to put my stuff in Highlight Reel anymore. I just want it to be your guys' stuff, because I feel like you guys are the Highlight Reel. I'm just the stream highlights. And then the most recent stuff was just those two little Need for Speed High Stakes timed things I did around Celtic Ruins and Dolphin Cove. Mostly because I watched a guy on Twitch do it recently, and I was just like, damn, this is interesting. I want to see how I do with these tracks. The leaderboards are not very big, obviously. There is really not much going on there. But I currently hold both the Celtic Ruins and Dolphin Cove world records over on speedrun.com, so there is that. I'm pretty proud of that, and I'm probably going to be doing that for all the remaining tracks, and I'll probably end up being the first person to do that for just about every track. I want to be that first person to really kind of fill up those leaderboards, you know. And who knows, maybe eventually over time I'll be able to keep building that up and getting more people involved. Because believe me, I would love to get more people involved in doing that, because I've never really thought about doing speedrunning before, but since with Need for Speed High Stakes I can just do like lap times, which is more of the thing I want to do anyways. I'm totally down to building that up, and hopefully I can get more of that done. So you'll probably be seeing more of that in the future. So apart from all that, the three main things to take away from that I want to do in 2019 is continue doing Sega GT, make a lot more challenge videos, because challenge is the one thing I really want to push going forward, and continue, of course, working on Highlight Reel and episodes of Stream Highlights when I have enough clips to do Stream Highlights. But that's kind of really the three things I really want to focus on for the channel. And of course, anyone else who's able to upload stuff to the channel, they're always free to upload whenever they want. I'm not going to force them to upload something. That's kind of really just how I've got it going with the channel so far. But yeah, 2018 has not been a great year, to say the least. But yeah, I suspect that probably around April or so, hopefully, is when things might start turning around. I'm really hoping for it. I guess really at the end of the day, only time will tell where we go from here. And hopefully we can just get more stuff going with the likes of Challenge and Highlight Reel and the Sega GT LP, and maybe some other stuff in my mind can think of anything. I don't want to give myself too much, because that'll just be too overwhelming. So, but anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully, if you've managed to sit through my constant rambling, I really appreciate it. And I will hopefully see you all soon with the next video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. If you want to come follow me on Twitch and my Twitter, you can check that out in the description down below and in the banner on my main channel page. I finally fixed that. It's finally updated to properly show that now. And if you want to help support the channel, why not check the Patreon link down below. $5 or more will get you a channel shout out in the description and your name at the start of every video. Here's to hoping that 2019 will be a better year, and hopefully I can get more things back on track, and I will see you all on the next video. Take care, everybody.